So even though we just got another Binance burn, Luna Classic continues to trend sideways, if not a little bit down. And we're going to discuss exactly what is going on and the overall market. And of course, checking out Bitcoin, because as we know, it does affect the price of Luna Classic. I know some of you don't agree with me, but I'm telling you it does. Well, in my opinion, it does. So anyway, we got that burn, 1.2 billion Luna Classic burn. Not too bad, not too bad. The price, however, down 2% today. But what is Bitcoin doing and what can we learn from Bitcoin to figure out what is going to happen next? With the whole market up just 0.5%, but still holding the $1 trillion, it is looking quite good. Now, Bitcoin did seemingly put in this double top here. We had a similar double top here, which led to around a 8% drop, and if you do it from the neckline, a little bit less than that if you wanted a safer trade. Of course, I was speaking about this on the channel here, a potential double top right around these areas. And of course, if you had been into a little bit of a risky trade, you could have got in on a retest there at about a 3% drop. Now, we did seem to actually get completely rejected here at the neckline. We were looking for around this region to break before a more drastic drop downwards, but it seems like we are making some moves upwards. Bitcoin and the bulls showing that they are pretty strong, and this is great to see. If you do want to trade this, you can get up to $10,000 worth of USDT bonuses down there in my link. And also, we have a trading competition going on right now where I have my own team that you guys can join, and we can win up to 100 Bitcoin. So if you're trading anyway, awesome opportunity there. Now, with Bitcoin seemingly being pretty strong right now, we also have the SPY. This is the S&P 500. Interestingly enough, I actually just bought some S&P 500. I dollar cost average into the S&P 500 because my portfolio and my risk is so high in everything that I do that I think it's really good to have some sort of backbone to your portfolio. Property is my main backbone. Let's call it a backbone. Property is my main backbone. And the S&P 500, I think, is a great opportunity because it gives you broad market exposure rather than specifically to crypto or specifically to tech stocks or specifically to whatever niche. It gives you a broad market exposure, and obviously, you're not going to get as good gains from this as you will from picking the right stocks, but it's very hard to pick the right stocks always, and I do think it's super important to have a diverse portfolio. But with that said, we do have the S&P 500 seemingly putting in at least a short-term bottom here, right? We haven't really broken the structure. Maybe we've broken it here. If we do have a little bit of a retest, I would love to see us break here. 41,000 here would be awesome. But this trending upwards normally is good for the cryptocurrency markets. On top of that, we do very clearly have a new trend in the DXY. We got a higher high here, but then we got this low, and then a higher, and then a lower high, and then a lower low, and now potentially we've put in another lower high, which is going to be very good for the market if this happens. On top of that, tomorrow we do have the interest rate news. Now, I think this is still going to be 0.75 or 75 basis points, but the market is gearing up for a Fed pivot. Now, the market normally prices these things out by about 3 to 6 months. So potentially in 3 months, we get a Fed pivot, but the market has already priced it in. Now, the market has been so bearish and so scared for the last few months that we potentially have already had the bottom. Of course, we don't know that for sure. My mind, what is it? What would I say? My heart tells me that the bottom is in, but my mind tells me it isn't. So whatever's going to be right next, who knows? But simply dollar cost averaging has played out so well, especially right now. I was buying Bitcoin in the lows. I was buying Ethereum in the lows. I was buying Bitcoin miners and the S&P 500 in the lows, all of which are in pretty incredible gains for a bear market, short term, all good stuff. With that said, take a look at your portfolios, decide whether or not you want to take some profits from where we are right now. You can reinvest them later on, or you can hold on to it, or you can simply hold on to your investments for the long term, which is essentially what I do, apart from when we're in euphoria, which is where I very much take profits, like I did in the last bull market. If you do want to be ready for the next bull market, this is the channel for you. So smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.